This presentation will review the status of the School District of Cheltenham Township's 2010 to 11 and 2011 to 12 fiscal year budgets. For the School District of Cheltenham Township, the annual budget is part of an ongoing budget cycle. Throughout the year, the administration completes a budget cycle which includes an ongoing evaluation of costs and an examination of filing any staffing vacancies with a required justification by the administrator seeking to fill the vacancy. Additionally, simply because the budget includes a cost for a staff member or a particular program, it does not mean that that money is automatically spent. The administration has an ongoing review of the need to implement various programs and replace various positions throughout the year. The budget begins with a planning cycle. We're beginning the planning for the 2011 to 12 budget. At the same time, we are implementing the 2010 to 2011 budget. This ongoing cycle enables us to constantly modify and adjust to the various needs of the school district. It should also be noted that the School District of Cheltenham Township received a meritorious budget award from the Association of School Business Officials International for its 2010 to 2011 budget. As one of only 100 school districts throughout the nation to receive this award, the school district was noted to have exceptional and exceeded the standards for national budget presentation and preparation standards. As the budget cycle is ongoing, the administration goes through a variety of reductions throughout the implementation of a budget cycle. For example, we have been able to delay filling various staffing positions throughout the district for a savings of approximately $113,000. Additionally, the school district has reviewed its utility bills and has received significant savings from this initiative. Additionally, through attrition, we have eliminated one central office support staff position. Other operational savings that we've been able to achieve in the 2010 to 2011 budget are migration of mailing to a rebate-based program, a one-time refund of debt service to a reduced interest rate for a savings of $474,498. Additionally, through a 3-year initiative, the school district has taken advantage of the energy market to purchase at an 18.79% reduction in prices over the prices in 2009 to 10. Additionally, we have not implemented many programs that were not needed as projected to include an EAP program. So to date, the school district has reduced its spending within the 2010 to 2011 budget by $1.3 million. It's important to review the budget timeline again. The budget is ongoing, but back in August we began our preparation for the 2011 to 2012 budget specifically. In August, administrators began to develop their budget based upon substantiated submitted requests that have since been reviewed by numerous members of central administration. In following a budget timeline, buildings met with various administrators at central office to include the Director of Business Affairs, the Director of Support Services, and the Director of Technology to begin to discuss expenditures for the 2011 to 2012 school year. In December, the buildings and various budget administrators submitted preliminary budgets, which then were followed by a review by Cabinet and the Superintendent. In creating the 2011 to 2012 budget, the School District of Cheltenham Township faces many current economic challenges beyond the school district's control. One of these challenges is a statewide average weekly wage data. Statewide average weekly wage data is utilized in the calculation of the school district's index to increase taxes. For the 2011 to 2012 fiscal year, the school district cannot increase taxes beyond a 1.4% index without either applying for exceptions through the Department of Education or submitting for a referendum. This index is comprised of the statewide average weekly wage data and the employment cost index for elementary and secondary schools. The statewide average weekly wage has decreased, and because of this fact, the index that the school district is subjected to decreases as well. The Employment Cost Index for elementary and secondary schools has continued its 2-year decline in the first 3 quarters of 2010. This decreasing cost index also has led to the school district having to maintain its expenditures within a very low index. The new fiscal reality for the school district of Cheltenham Township has become a 1.4% index. Forecasts do not indicate that there is much hope for a higher index over the next 3 to 4 years. Many of the concerns that are in the global economy impact the school district. For example, credit continues to be tight. Many banks have failed, which causes there not to be a significant availability of credit, and there's a very low consumer confidence. On this slide, we can see that while there have been temporary jobs to increase employment, that they have been temporary and or were added by a segment of government jobs and have not significantly improved the current economic environment. The school district is able to invest portions of its funds in various secure investment mechanisms. Due to the significantly low federal funds futures, the school district has not been able to obtain a significant return that it once had on its investments. This has impacted our ability to maintain local revenues. And as we look out in the forecast into 2011, there are no significant yield spreads for any of the investment mechanisms that the school district is able to invest in. Therefore, the continuing and new fiscal reality for the school district is that this prolonged recession will impact all of our revenue sources. Local revenues continue to be down, with little hope for a full rebound to prior levels in the near future. Additionally, state revenues are down, with very little political will to raise taxes. Lastly, the federal stimulus money which the school district has received over the previous 2 years will not continue in the 2011 to 2012 budget year. Locally, too, the school district of Cheltenham Township has experienced a reduction in its assessment due to various appeals approved at the county level. The current projected certified value for 2011 is a decrease over the certified value for 2010. Therefore, if the school district's millage was to remain the same, the actual tax revenue generated from that millage would be less for 2011 to 12 than it is in 2010 to 11 by approximately $606,000. The revenue trends for the school district of Cheltenham Township have decreased due to the varying losses in property values due to global economic trends, and there's little hope for a significant increase in real estate revenue in the near future. You can see from this slide that the school district of Cheltenham Township's assessed value trend is upward but not significant. Overall, local revenues, as preliminary projected for the 2011 to 2012 budget, are less than those in the 2010 to 2011 budget. Our local revenue includes delinquent real estate and other taxes, investments, real estate transfer taxes, earned income taxes, and the majority of local revenue is real estate taxes. Loss of income has resulted in decreased earned income taxes. As discussed, the investment market, not being as strong as it was previously, has impacted the district's ability to generate local investment interest. When you look at a history of local revenue for the school district of Cheltenham Township, you can see that while it was on an increase due to economic conditions, there is a projected decline for 2011 to 2012. Of these areas, the most significant decline is in the area of real estate taxes, earned income taxes, real estate transfer tax, and investments. We talked about some of the dilemmas that the Pennsylvania state budget will have, and this slide demonstrates those. The state has utilized stimulus funds to provide additional funding to school districts over the past couple years. With this funding source expiring, the state will be faced with a dilemma and a deficit to support the education budget. Therefore, the statewide projected basic education funding shortfall is projected to be a reduction of 13% over the level received by the School District of Cheltenham Township for the 2010 and 2011 budget year. Therefore, this is another loss of revenue for the school district. On a positive note, the gaming fund with the state continues to grow. It is important, however, to note that the School District of Cheltenham Township does not directly receive any additional funding through gaming. Any gaming funds received by the school district from the state of Pennsylvania are rebated back to property owners in the form of a property tax rebate and is not retained by the school district. Some additional budget challenges the School District of Cheltenham Township faces is a projected health plan benefits increase by 15% per the Independence Blue Cross First Look. Additionally, the school district's projecting an increase in its employer's contribution to PESers of 55%. Through the implementation of debt service to complete Glenside Elementary, debt service costs are projected to increase by $1.5 million. For operating and capital funding, there's a continued reduced return on investments. And the total of $1.4 million of stimulus money received by the school district from Title I, the state, and IDEA will expire with the conclusion of the 2010 to 2011 budget. Thus, $1.4 million of these revenue sources will not be able to be used to balance the 2011 to 2012 budget. Upcoming budget timeline milestones. On January 4th, the board will review a preliminary 2011-12 budget at its Business Affairs Committee meeting. The preliminary budget will be on for inspection on January 19th of 2011 and will be posted to our website. On February 8th, the deadline, the school board will adopt a preliminary budget for the 2010 to 2011 fiscal year, as well as authorize advertising for exceptions. The district will then, if authorized by the school board, apply for the eligible exceptions through the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and will continue the ongoing process of reviewing expenditures and revenues in an attempt to balance the 2011 to 2012 budget. On May 3rd, the school district will hold a budget hearing, and by May 10th, the school board will adopt the proposed final budget. On June 14, 2011, the school board will adopt a final budget for the 2011 to 2012 fiscal year, as well as the property tax rebate of the homestead farmstead exclusion for the 2011 to 2012 year.